Y'all, can we give a round of applause for Mr. Ivan Gaskin? Y'all, let's keep going, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
Good afternoon, everyone. I said good afternoon, everyone. Can y'all hear me without the microphone? Yeah. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. All right, so how many people in the room have a dream? Raise your hand. I need every hand going up. How many people in the room have a dream? A dream that you believe in. All right, stand up real quick. This is not going to be a traditional ceremony. I need everybody to stand up, okay? Here we go. You said, repeat after me. I have a dream.
I have a dream.
I love me.
I love me.
I love my past.
I love my past.
I love my future.
I love my future.
I love what I can be.
I love what I can be.
And I love where I've been.
I love what I've been.
We're going to go ahead and get into it. So here we go. Sit on down. All right? When we talk about what does it actually make somebody different, right? Everybody has a dream. Everybody stood up and they confessed what it is that they think they want to do, right? We talk about love. We talk about power. How do we connect your dream to your reality? There are 7.82 billion people on the planet today, right? However, the majority of people will never realize their dreams because they don't know what weapons they have to actually bring that into reality. Today, we're going to talk about the 3 things that you need to know that you can control, as well as the only things that will prevent you from actually getting to where it is you want to go. So the 3 things, repeat after me. Love.
Love.
Focus.
Focus.
Time.
Time.
Love.
Love.
Focus.
Focus.
Time.
Time.
Love.
Love.
Focus.
Focus.
Time.
Time.
Here we go. So if you understand love, focus, and time, right, hopefully this brother's going someplace with this. So, when we talk about love, right, I want to introduce the concept by telling a quick story about how a baby bird learns to fly. So, on Monday, Mama Bird comes back to the nest and says, baby bird, today you're going to learn to fly. Baby bird jumps up and says, no, Mama, no, Mama, no, Mama, no. Mama Bird says, baby bird, just do what you can, do what you can, do what you can. On Tuesday, Mama Bird comes back to the nest and says, baby bird, today you are going to learn to fly. The baby bird jumps up and says, no, Mama, no, Mama, no, Mama, no. Mama Bird says, baby bird, just do what you can, do what you can, do what you can. On Wednesday, Mama Bird comes back to the nest and says, baby bird, today you're going to learn to fly. Baby bird jumps up and says, no, Mama, no, Mama, no, Mama, no. Mama Bird kicks baby bird out the nest. Baby bird gets to falling 300 feet, 200 feet, 100 feet. And right before baby bird touches the ground, he gets to flapping his wings and doing all he can and takes off into the sky. And you say, well, Ivan, why would you waste the last 27 seconds of my life telling me a story with such a predictable outcome? I tell you this story with such a predictable outcome just to let you know how ridiculous you look doubting yours. I'm telling you, all right? As you graduate, as you get ready to do this next phase of your life, trust your wings. If you don't do anything else, you take nothing else away from today. Have enough love for you, a love for your people, love for where you came from, and love for where you're going to trust your wings, because that's the only way you learn to fly. See, everybody looks at a baby bird, and it's natural that a baby bird can fly, right? It's got wings, it's built for it. A baby bird has no idea that it can actually fly until it does it for the first time. See? So many of us act like baby birds because what do? We say, this is my dream, this is where I'm going in life. We run right up to the edge and we say, but that's a long way down. I want to do this, this, that, and the third, but my funds low. You know the way my bank account's set up. Right? We say, oh, but my responsibilities, but nobody that looks like me has ever done this. Nobody from my family has ever gone that far. Nobody that I know actually thinks like that. I don't know how to bridge the gap between here and there. I'm here today to tell you, trust your wings. You know nothing else. Have enough love because you say, well, Ivan, right, it's easy to say trust your wings. What does that actually look like? I'm saying that if you do everything first in love, right, that is where you have the courage to overcome whatever obstacle lay in your path. You trust your wings, you learn to fly. Because check it out. Let's play it all the way out to its logical conclusion. Right? Somebody in the audience right now, they know exactly what they want to do. Let's say that's their right hand, right? They could continue pursuing their right hand, right? But they have friends, family, everything else, finances, pushing them in a direction that's safer, in a direction that's more in line with what is average, more in line with something that people can readily identify with. And I'm telling you, today, Trust your wings, because ultimately, right, the question as why we're here has been asked since the beginning of time, right? People always wanted to know, what is the meaning of life? Choose the most difficult thing you can do out of love, meaning that you pick this idea of what it is you think a better world looks like and run towards it. It's not meant to be easy. You have to trust your wings, because if we play it out, as I said, to the logical conclusion, right, what happens if that baby bird does not learn to fly? What does he have to do? He has to one day climb down that tree. What's the most dangerous place for an eagle to be? On the ground. Now this eagle, he climbs down the tree. You know, eagles, they don't walk really well because they're meant to fly. So he's on the ground. He's doing all this, right? So he's walking around trying to find some food, and now he's becoming prey to everything around him, right? Things that he normally wouldn't have to worry about now become his most dangerous threat because he's out of position. And what I'm telling you is that when you do not trust your wings, you put yourself in position to be subject to things that you never should have had to deal with in the first place. This is how life goes. I'm trying to tell y'all. This is from experience. I told you, right? I done got up to the edge and said, but, right? I done climbed down the tree and realized that whether you're on the ground or whether you're in the tree, if you're going to be an eagle, at some point you're going to have to learn to fly. Trust your wings today, because what does it look like? While you're on the ground, right? Now you're fighting and contending with all these different bills. You're fighting and contending with all these different things that you didn't see, right? You said, I wanted to have this dream. I wanted to pursue this. But now minimum wage is da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? You run down the list of all these different pinnacles, all these different trials that are trying you in ways that you were not prepared for because you're not built to take on that struggle. See, in life, all we are is a collection of our story, right? So you say, what is the difference between these 7.2, 7.8, whatever billion people in the world? It's your story, a unique collection of experiences. And when it comes to those experiences, the only way that we're different is if we understand our stories. When we understand our stories in detail with which we tell our stories, that's where we derive our power. Right? But that power is lost whenever we say, hey, you know what? We do what we can instead of doing what we must. We do what we can instead of doing what it is that we know would be the toughest, most difficult thing that we can conceive, but is in line with our vision. So once I say all that, right, somebody in this room is still gonna say, hey, you know what, that's nice, that's cool, but they're gonna try it. They're gonna go down on the ground, and this is what's gonna happen to you, right? I'm gonna tell you a quick story about a baby bear in his first winter time away from his mother. So how many people know the baby bears, like bears, they hibernate, they eat all the food at a time? All right, cool, enough background on the story. So, baby bear's talking to his mom, and the mom's like, hey man, you gotta go ahead and do your own thing this time. I'm tired of feeding you, it's done, right, figure it out, right? And just like all baby bears, he says, well mom, how will I know when I have enough food to last me through the wintertime, right? And like all great parents, the mother, she doesn't actually know, so what does she say? She says, well, you'll have enough when you have enough, right? It just gives you a real ambiguous answer. So what does the baby bear do? The baby bear runs out into the wood and starts snatching all the berries off the tree, just eating and eating and eating and eating. He runs to the river and he's snatching all the fish out of the river, just eating and eating and eating, right? And as he goes through all these things, he runs across a little rabbit, right? And he says, hey, Mr. Rabbit, I'm sorry, right? He gets ready to go eat the rabbit, and the rabbit says, hold on, man, what you doing? What you doing? So up, right? The bear says, hey, man, I'm sorry. I have to get to enough food to last through the wintertime. It's just what it's got to be. And the rabbit says, hold on, man, let's not do that, right? I know of an enough tree, and whatever it does, it gives you twice whatever it is that you asked it for. He says, hold on, you mean I can get to enough twice as fast? He says, yeah. He says, okay, all right, we'll try it. The rabbit says, hey, we have to hurry because there's only 2 days left before the first blizzard of wintertime. Bear says, all right. So they go off, and they go on a great long journey, and then they come to a very clear wood. Right? In this wood, there sits a giant tree in the middle of it. The bear raises up on his hind legs, half sarcastically, and says, oh, great tree, I would like 2 humongous salmon, right? The tree comes to life, scares the heck out the bear, right? Starts talking, he says, 2 humongous salmon? Why have 2 humongous salmon when you could have 4? He says, oh, it really works, right? He said, 4 humongous salmon? Yeah. Why not have 4 humongous salmon? Actually, I want 10 humongous salmon. 10, why not 10 when you could have 20? He said, 20? Yeah, I don't think it's small. I want 50 humongous salmon. 50, why not 100, right? 100, 150, I want 200, 200, 400, 400 became 1,000, right? And this pattern continued for the next 2 days until the bear froze to death with the first blizzard of wintertime. What I'm telling you is that you will never get what you want if you don't trust your wings. Because everything that you try to fill your gift with will not be enough. This is what's gonna happen. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen to somebody, and you're gonna look back and be like, he told me, right? Trust your wings, because if you don't, you're gonna sit down, you're gonna climb down the tree. Once you climb down the tree, what is the eagle to do, right? He gotta find some food, but he can't do the stuff that eagles are supposed to do. So now he's trying to fill his time. So, you know what? I got this job that sounded good to my family, that sounded good, right? Everything looks good on the outside, good for the gram, double tap, right? And then, now, what do? I go to work and I'm not fulfilled. I don't find that thing that makes me come alive, so what do I have to do? I have to be compensated a little bit more for it. I want a $10,000 raise, you know? Yeah, if I'm making $20 an hour this year, maybe I can make $30 an hour next year, right? That sounds great. Then you go ahead and do that, and then the next year, once you get $30 an hour, what do? You want just a little bit more, right? Just a little bit more, and 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 you will never get to what you want because you've identified it as something that's not in line with where you ultimately want to go. I'm telling you, it is a long game that you have to lose. This is why we must understand time, right? When we have a gift, everybody has a gift. Everybody in this room is important. Everybody in this room, I need you to say, I am important. Repeat that.
I am important.
I am important.
I am important.
I believe that. All right?
I believe that.
Just like that. You didn't say that. Who said believe that? I believe that. All right? That's what I'm saying. You have to believe it and know it deep in your gut area, because I am honored to be on stage. You understand that this room right here, these people that we are interacting with, have the power to change the world. Right here. Doesn't need anything else. It needs people that are organized in the same direction and understand what they can do. If everybody in this room were to trust their wings and do exactly what it is they believe in, their highest articulation of love, right? They spent their time and their focus on it, there's no telling what the world would look like in 10, 20, 50 years. Because that's the beauty of time. It works against you and it works for you. See, most of the time we think about time in terms of keeping pace with other people. So, so-and-so graduated in this amount of time, so I got to graduate in this amount of time. So-and-so made this much money, so I got to make this much money in this amount of time. Right? So see, I'm going sideways because I'm looking over. But if I stay in my lane, right? If I stay in my lane, right? If I stay in my lane, what I'm saying to you is you have to trust your wings, not somebody else's wings. It's not going to look the same because it's not for you. Okay? I don't need to be out here trying to dance. All right? My man did a phenomenal job sharing his gift, trusting his wings. You understand that? But if I'm out of position, right, I'm going to always have that mentality of lack, and I'm going to freeze to death in the wintertime. I will live my life unfulfilled. Now, when we talk about love, time, and focus, repeat it. Love, time, focus. Love, time, focus. Y'all gonna be so mad when y'all get ready to go to sleep and you hear love, time, focus. But no, so here we go, right? When it comes to understanding love, we said, what are we doing? We're going to make sure that from today forward, we're going to live in love. We're going to shoot for the highest expression of love that we can conceive. Like you dream about it, right? But you want to go just a little bit beyond that. And as long as it's based in love, you trust your wings and you'll get there. Just check it out. It's not that the universe owes you, that God owes you anything, but if you do certain things, right, in life, it's all consequences. You put yourself in certain positions to be able to reach certain benefits because that's the effect of time and focus and love. You sow in love, you'll reap in love, and your wings will take off. It doesn't have to do it today. You may go through a couple of insufficient fun texts, right? It might, it might happen. It might happen. I don't want to act like it's going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. But the whole point is, it will fulfill you. And you will get what you ultimately wanted out of life. Because when we talk about love, when we talk about time, when we talk about focus, every day we do certain things that are going to reap certain results, whether we pay attention to them or not. This is just fundamentally the fact of the condition of life. So there's a young man, right? And he's walking down this long road with these rolling hills. And he's walking, he just don't know what he want to do in life, right? He's walking and he comes to the crest of this hill and he sees the most immaculately kept field in the history of the world. He got yams, collards, tomatoes, what'd you say? All right. Cabbages, peanuts, everything else y'all grow out here, right? And he's so moved by the way this field is kept. The young man runs up to the farmer's door and he bangs on the door and says, hey man, everything it is that you're doing, sir, I'm so inspired by it. I want to change my life to do exactly what it is you do. You think you can teach me how to do it? Old man said, well, all right, I can do it. I said, well, how do you do what you do? He said, well, you got to wake up early. You got to stay up late. You got to focus on it. You got to be about it every day. He said, all right, well, I can wake up early. I can stay up late. I can focus on it, and I can be about it every day. So the young man, he runs home, right? He can hardly sleep. He dives in the bed and can't get a wink of sleep because he just tossing and turning because the next day he's so excited, right? I don't know, rooster crows, I guess, right? He pops up out of the bed and my man runs down to the market and snatches the first bag of seed he sees. Runs back to his field, right? My man is out there actually digging by hand. He's planting seeds, just right? He plants, he sees the whole field, and my man stands back in a Ray Lewis stance, right? He gets down, he said, nothing is messing with my field. Right? My man got the quick step, he's coming hard off the corner. Nothing is touching anything that he's planting. My man is focused, he's determined, anything that comes around, he is personally removing from his field. My man goes away, right? He sits there for about a week, right? A week, something starts to pop up, just an itty bitty little thing, right? Then the young man gets excited, he starts to build, his excitement starts to build. Some more time goes by, about 3 or 4 weeks, and then finally he sees everything that's come up out of the ground. The young man is furious. He runs back to the old man's house and he says, old man, right? He's banging on the door. The old man comes to the door, and the old man has this curious look on his face. This young man that was just so inspired, why is he so mad, right? The young man says, you said if I woke up early, I stayed up late, I focused on it, I was about it every day, I'll fail and have a field that looks like yours. Why is it that you have yams, collards, tomatoes, peanuts, and everything else while I have a field full of grass? The old man busted out laughing and said, well, young man, what did you plant? What did you plant? I'm telling you. Give me that one more time. Okay. What did you plant? I'm challenging you. Your life is going to be tough. But it can be beautiful if you choose your struggle properly. Every day, fight. Just plan on having to fight. It's gonna happen. All right? But the only thing you can do is out of love beat your yesterday. Right? You wake up, all I gotta do is be 1% better than yesterday and I'll be all right. Right? Just take one step, right? You can get beat up. Don't lose no ground. Just get a little bit better than yesterday. It can't do it to you. You have to do it for yourself, and it comes from the seeds that you plant. That's every thought, word, action, interaction. What are you spreading if I talk to you? If I speak to you, do I know what you're about? If I listen to you for 5-10 minutes, can I understand and feel where it is that you're coming from? What is the interaction that I walk away with? Have I had an experience with what you believe in? Or am I kind of like, oh, yeah, that's Tuesday? Because that's where we decide our ultimate faith. We pay attention to love. We pay attention to time. We pay attention to focus. Because ultimately, I told you, it's gonna be rough. You pick your direction. You pick your focus. You can allow somebody else to choose it for you. Plenty of people. It's called a company. All right? They'll tell you what to do. And as long as that's what you chose, you choose to work, you choose to give, you make sure that whatever you have in life, right, there is no wrong path. Right? But whatever you choose, you have to make sure that you're doing it intentionally, because whatever has your focus has your time and should have your love. That's where you're going to reap the fruits you want to see. You don't want to be the young man out here talking about my grass. You don't want to freeze to death in the wintertime. It begins with trusting your wings. My name is Ivan Gass, and you are the truth of your imagination. Thank you.